Very good morning, guys. Warm welcome to the best lectures of FMSM and Audit nationwide. Yes, guys, welcome to your own YouTube channel. What are we going to do today? Brilliant revision of chapter number 2, Audit Strategy, Planning and Program. Chapter number 2, mind you, is a high weighted chapter. So it's a very small chapter, but it's a very high weighted chapter. It's a 10-mark chapter. What you can expect from this lecture? Excellent conceptual clarity of all the concepts. Number 2, coverage of all the concepts, though it's a revision lecture. Number 3, whichever answer you have to learn from exam perspective or from ICAI perspective, you will be able to learn in the lectures itself. And I promise you, you will get tremendous confidence after watching this lecture. Watch one of the best lectures of chapter number 2 on YouTube in only English. Yes, guys. From where are you doing the revision, sir? We are doing this revision from our magic book. Many people say, what is the magic here? Very good question. What magic we have done? We have compiled or covered entire syllabus of ICAI, okay, entire module. We have tried to compress in around 86 pages. That is what is the magic, and at the same time covered all the concepts. Of course, only hard copy of the book is available, because unless you don't write, unless you don't underline, you know results don't come. And what we want is hard results, and only hard copy gives hard results. Okay, we don't have any soft copy. If you wish, you can buy this book from www.mrugeshmadlani.com. Witness one of the best revision of chapter number 2. I hope you like and love this video, and if you like the video, do give like button and share with your friends too. Thank you. Very good morning, guys. Warm welcome to the best lectures of FMSM and Audit nationwide. Let's begin. Till now, we have completed 2 topics. Chapter number 1, we have fully finished. Can we start? 1, 2, 3. Let's start. Please concentrate. Only 10 minutes so I can explain the main part of chapter, and then the entire chapter is super duper easy. Very important thing. Very good morning. We are starting now. Audit strategy, planning and program is a very crucial chapter. You will ask me why? Because it's a small chapter which ends in maximum 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes. And important part is, out of this chapter, 10 marks question are asked. 10 marks only for 1 hour. Yes, that is why this makes it the most interesting chapter in the lot. Very less number of time you have to devote. Not less time, in fact no time, only 1 hour, and you get directly in the kitty 10 to 12 marks. So that makes this chapter very crucial. Can we start? Yes. We have to study 3 words today: audit strategy, planning, program. Strategy, planning, program. Program is super easy. Only 2 words we need to study, in fact, strategy and plan. If you understand these 2, chapter over, because program is very silly. Okay, so now let's start. Whenever we do anything in life, we make a strategy, we make a plan, we make a program. Any damn thing in life. You are giving CA exam, you make a strategy. Then you make, sir, this is our strategy to pass. But I make a much detailed plan. How to do work, when to do work, when to do, which chapter, which coaching to take, this, that. Plan is much more detailed. Strategy is overall. How will I pass the exam? Program, as I said, don't worry at all. 125% you will understand. I hope that is clear. Now, whenever we take any CA firm, there are several people involved in a CA firm. Everything is important, yes, but this chapter even more important. Okay, come here. For a CA firm, understand there are these many people who work on a chartered accountant firm. Number 1, there is a partner, everyone knows. Okay, I am talking of big fours, okay, not smaller firms, because in big four only all chapters are followed. What is big four? Top 4 firms in the world: ENY, KPMG, PwC, Deloitte. How do you know about them? I was also article of Ernst and Young. Moving on. So there are articles and executive. Who is executive? New charter accountant or experienced charter accountant. Now, as he becomes more senior, he becomes a manager. Even more promotion, senior manager. And then there's partner whose salary is roughly 5 crores. Okay, now partner basically makes strategy. What is strategy? I don't know. Okay, then much more detailed however strategy is, by looking at that, there is a plan is made by senior manager and manager. Why am I explaining? So little practical you will get. Okay, and program, tell me who will make audit program? Basically article and CA. Sir, I did not understand any of the word because I did not explain. I just wanted to explain structure. Now let me come to the topic. What is strategy? Strategy is basically what I want to achieve and why. What I want to achieve and why. It gives overall scope, timing and direction of audit. I'm explaining briefly, nothing of the book. 5 minutes you give me, I want to explain little practical. Okay, so what I want to achieve and why I want to achieve. Everywhere we make a strategy. Let's take simple example, cricket. I want to play aggressive cricket. That is my overall strategy. It gives overall scope, timing and direction of audit. Let me explain all words nicely. So partner will basically decide what is the scope of audit? Now you'll tell me, what do you mean by scope? How many locations are there? Which financial reporting framework is applicable to the company? How many business segments are there? Does any segment require specialized knowledge or not? Okay, is there is industry specific reporting requirement? Example IRDA, example banking. These all things are taken place in strategy, overall scope. Second is timing. Sir, why timing is important? Is it a quarterly audit or year-end audit? For a listed company, it's a quarterly audit every 3 months. So I need a separate staff. I need to make strategy that way. But for some another company, it may be a year-end audit. Then I don't need separate staff. Whoever is free, I can send. So overall scope, timing. Okay, I will also take into consideration in strategy what preliminary activities. What is preliminary? Last year we had done audit. Okay, so were there any good experience, bad experience, any points? I have done similar audits. Do I need to concentrate on inventory more? Do I need to concentrate on this more? Do I need to concentrate on that more? Team efforts, where does team need to concentrate? I basically make a strategy. Example, Australia, or a bouncy pitch is there. So basically some cricketers are not good in bouncy pitch. Let's take example Sarfaraz Khan. Let's not select Sarfaraz Khan. Overall strategy. Okay, how many hours will be devoted in audit? How much hours to denote to fixed asset, current asset? Okay, sales, purchase. How many hours to devote, and which all people are required? Basically, strategy is overall scope, timing, and direction of audit. How the audit will look like? Direction means what, by the way? Last point. Can I rely on control or not rely on control? If I can rely on control, means controls are too good in a company, then I will do less audit in detail. Substantive audit, detailed audit I will not do. Why? Controls are too good. But in strategy I come to know controls are third class. Then I need to go in detail, check every single thing. So I hope little you understood. Strategy is basically overall scope, overall timing, overall direction of audit. And who makes it? Partner of the firm. Now much more detailed is plan. What does plan include? Whatever objectives are there of strategy, it will be by seeing the strategy only we will make plan. Plan is much more detailed. Who will do the work, when they will do, how they will do. Example, I made strategy, this will take 120 hours. In 120 hours, day 1 what we will do, day 2 what we will do, day 3 what we will do, Sefali will do, Raj will do, Viraj will do, or Siraj will do. Are you clear? Simple. I want to play aggressive cricket. Who player is good for aggressive cricket? Okay, do I need more all-rounders? That is strategy. Or I need specialist people. Now Hardik Pandya can do the job, of Shivam Dubey can do the job. That's plan. Are you clear? Okay, Raj can do the job or Viraj can do the job. Plan is much more detailed than the strategy. It basically includes who will do the work, when they will do, and how they will do. Simple. Sir, what is program? That I told you is very chiller. I will anyways explain. I hope little you understood. So strategy is what I want to achieve. It gives overall scope, timing and direction. Plan is much more detailed. Basic objective of both is to get reasonable assurance. Now you will tell me why to make all this. Directly do audit. Understand, if I directly do audit and I don't give time to important area, what will happen? Legal liability. People will say that worst auditor is, he did not do proper checking because I have less time and I want to give reasonable assurance. So planning is a must. Strategy is must. I hope little you understood. Who will make plan? Manager will make. Okay. So manager will be sitting in one cabin, make a plan. Who is going to do work? When you are going to do? How you are going to do? Little you understood. Now book is very simple. 1, 2, 3, start. Concentrate. Audit strategy, planning, program. First question which we are doing is asked how many times? I think since last 2 attempts it is definitely coming. Okay, I don't know whether it has come consequently 3 attempts or not. That I am little doubtful. But since last 2 attempts, same question is coming. Okay, start. Whenever you make overall audit strategy, what points to keep in mind? So little strategy, can you explain in detail here? Whatever you say, automatic it will be there. Fully you will understand now. Okay, so tell me, whenever we make overall audit strategy, what do we keep in mind? Very simple. Determine the characteristics of audit. When you are making a strategy, understand characteristics of audit. That is, sir, what is characteristic of audit? Characteristic means which financial reporting framework is applicable to the client. Schedule 3 applicable or any other thing. Second, specialized knowledge required. Company has 3 businesses. One of them is bank. For bank, specialized knowledge required. So I think we need Mustafa to do audit. Oh, Mustafa, bank champion. Yes. Okay. Industry specific reporting requirement is there. Okay. Does this insurance industry tell that gives separate claim section? Whatever. Then we require IUC because IUC did audit of LIC last time. This thing we have to keep in mind. Yes, partner will keep in mind. I hope it is clear. So, characteristic of audit basically is 3 points. Number 1, which FRF is applicable, financial reporting framework. Okay, how many business segments are there? Does any segment require specialized knowledge? Industry specific reporting requirement is given by regulator like IR, insurance, banking people. Understood. Second, team effort. Consider factors that are significant in directing team effort. Very simple point. Consider which factors are very important for the team. Okay, partner will decide. For example, our coach is Gautam Gambhir. He will decide this factor very important. Last time I went to England, no, these points. Okay, so same here. Consider factors that are significant in directing team effort. Here 2 points are given. Number 1, volume of activity, which helps in deciding whether to rely on control. Example, in Paytm, Go IBBO, okay, Zomato, volume is huge. Blinkit, crore of transactions are done. You cannot check one transaction, tick, 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 voucher. No, you have to rely on control. Otherwise, audit not possible. So directly in Blinkit audit, we will tell we have to rely on control here. Volume of transactions that help in deciding whether to rely on control. In Blinkit, if you do one audit or one popcorn ordered, one Maggie ordered, you will die. 100 crore transactions are done. I hope it is clear. Second, changes in industry regulations are there. Then we need to focus there. New reporting requirement is there. So company will not know. We need to tell them, sir, new report has come, SARO, simple auditor report order. Okay, so this we are concentrating more on that. Changes in FRF. Has FRF changed? Then they must have not prepared financial statement as per FRF. We need to focus more. So I hope it is clear. 3 points here. Volume of activity which help in deciding whether to rely on control or not. Changes in reporting requirement. Changes in FRF. They will ask brilliant question. FRF has changed. Is it part of audit strategy? Yes. Team effort. Clear? Third point. Reporting objective. Ascertain the reporting objective to plan nature, timing and extent of communication required. Reporting objective means when to report. Basically, partner, strategy. We will talk with 2 people. Tell me, shall we talk with management or our staff? Both. Both. Let me read this. Ascertain reporting objectives to plan nature and nature of communication required. Discussion with management. I will discuss with management regarding what? Expected type and timing of report. Which report I am going to issue. Okay, when shall I discuss with management? That we will be part of strategy, that in September month we will meet or August we will meet regarding report to be issued. Okay, so discuss with management regarding type and timing of report, status of audit work done, how much work we have done. When should I tell management? Shall I tell monthly? Shall I tell 15 days? So two things I will talk with management. What? Number one, discussion with management regarding expected type and timing of report, discussion of audit work done with the management. What I will talk with my staff, how much progress of work is done, when your work will be reviewed. See, staff will do work, but I need to check also, right? I hope it's easy. Okay, expected nature and timing of communication with engagement team member, when will I communicate with team member, including nature and timing of meeting. So expected nature and timing of communication with a team member, including nature means why I will meet, and timing, how many times I will meet, and timing of review of work performed, when the review will take place. Are you clear? Everything is fixed in strategy only. So basically, if you are finding this little hard, okay, a certain reporting objective to plan timing of audit, I will talk with two people. Will I talk with management or my staff? Both. Remember two points in both. With management, what I will talk? Okay, discussion with management regarding type and timing of report. Okay, type means which type of report, unqualified, qualified, disclaimer, adverse, and why timing important. Based on that I will do the work. Second, status of audit work done, I will also discuss this much work I have done. Okay, expected nature of communication with staff regarding what I will talk with staff, nature and timing of meeting, why we will meet and when we will meet. Second, timing of review of audit work performed, at what interval we will review your work. I hope that is clear. Now both points are simple. Nature and extent of resources required to do the engagement. Okay, resources means how much staff is required in this audit. Do we need 10 article, 20 CA? Do we need 30 CA and 5 article? Nature, timing and extent of resources required, selection of engagement team member. Okay, also do we require experienced team member where ROMM is high? Basically ROMM as of now is risk of material mistake. So tell me, where more risk will be there? Cash and bank or inventory? Inventory. It's a risky area. So I will need experienced people, those who are chartered accountant. Okay. So selection of team and assigning more experienced member to those area where ROMM is high. Also consider engagement budget. How is budget decided? Based on number of hours. Okay, so number of hours, a certain nature, timing and extent of resources required, how much staff will be required, do we require experienced member for those things, where ROMM is higher. Okay, and also consider budget, more time to allocate to higher risky area. Last point, consider results of preliminary engagement activity. What is preliminary? Last year also I did audit, similar audits I have done in life. Okay, where applicable, knowledge gained on other assignment, that last year controls were good, can I rely this year? So that's a judgment of partner. I hope it's clear. Over. I have spoken all points. Okay, so if I don't think direct question will come these days, what they are asking from inside one point, is it part of strategy? Then you just have to remember it is this point and yes, part of strategy. Simple. Tell me, the only this question little tough, rest all question time pass. Whenever we make overall audit strategy, sir, keep in mind audit key TRP, audit key TRP. Sir, television TRP we have heard, audit also TRP. Yeah. Audit key TRP. Very simple. 1, 2, 3, start. Determine the characteristics of audit. T, team effort. T, team effort. R, reporting objective. Okay, one more are nature, timing and extent of resources required, nature, timing and extent of resources required, preliminary engagement activity. Over. Preliminary work. If you want 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, very simple. Whenever we make overall audit strategy, keep in mind 4 point, audit key TRP. One more time, audit key TRP. Determine the characteristics of audit. T, team effort. R, reporting objective. One more R, nature, timing and extent of resources. P, preliminary work. One last time. Whenever we make overall audit strategy, keep in mind audit key TRP. Determine the characteristics of audit. Team effort. R reporting objective. One more R. Nature, timing, and extent of resources. Preliminary work. Now, again, I will explain all points. Sir, what is characteristic of audit? Here, basically, we will see which FRF is applicable. Okay, how many business segments are there? Does any segment require specialized knowledge? Okay. Third, is there specific reporting requirement by regulator? This partner has to remember. Staff will not remember. So, we have to keep in mind in strategy. Third, team effort. Okay. Consider factors that are significant in directing team effort. Here are 3 points they have given. Volume of transaction which help in deciding whether to rely on control or not. Second point, okay, changes in reporting requirement is there. New reports have to be issued, told by Companies Act. Okay, changes in FRF is there. Understood, sir. Reporting objective, with whom I will talk, Sir, will I talk with management or staff? Both. Why to talk with management? Regarding expected nature and timing of report to be issued. In which month we will issue report. Second, status of audit work done. I will talk with management. Mukesh Ambani. Are you clear? So there is death threat on Mukesh Ambani yesterday. Pakistan people told we want to kill Mukesh Ambani. But still we have to talk. Our work more important. Then we will also talk with staff regarding progress of audit work done. Okay, review of work performed, when we will take place. Very simple. Next, nature, timing, and extent of resources required. How much staff is required? Do we need experienced member for those area where ROMM is high? How many hours to allocate for higher ROMM areas? Okay, where there is more risk. Last, preliminary one. Consider results of preliminary engagement and knowledge gained on other assignment. Can we rely on control? Over. Small break, 10 seconds. Time up. Tell me, whenever we make overall audit strategy, keep in mind audit key TRP. Determine characteristics of audit. Team effort. R reporting objective. One more R nature, timing, and extent of resources. Preliminary work. Over. Now all questions are super time pass. Come here. Tell me, audit strategy will help in 4 points. They can ask 2 questions. Audit strategy assist in or benefit of audit strategy. By mistake they ask, full marks you will get. Audit strategy assist in benefit of audit strategy. Why do partner make strategy? Number one, employment of qualitative resource. They will know which resource to employ. Tell me, who is resource for CA firm? Staff, you and me. Okay, which resource to employ? Whether do we need experienced member for risky area? Like example, inventory audit there. We need Manish. Shreya will not work. Shreya first year article. How you know? Assumption. Second, allotment of quantity resource. We decided which resource we need. How many? Okay, how many? Number of resources required for inventory counting. Okay, number of resources required for each area. Sir, what is each area? Fixed asset, current asset, debtor, inventory. Number of resources required. That is also the budget hours also. Hours and number of people required. Based on that only Big Four does billing, if you don't know. How billing is calculated, you know. I want to do audit of Reliance. How they calculate like that? They see number of hours. And per hour rate is there. If you don't know, when I used to work, per hour rate of article was 2,500. So for example, I want to work in Reliance for 120 hours. My 1 hour rate, they used to charge 2,500. They pay you monthly 2,500 and charge like that. That is what is there. Are you clear? Okay. So quantity, number of resources required for each area. Okay. Budget, how many hours to allocate to risky area. Okay. Timing of deployment, when to deploy. At year end or interim audit. Interim means what? Quarterly audit. When to deploy resources. Do we need at interim audit or year end? What is interim? Quarterly. Tell me, quarterly we need to employ or listed or year end? Sir, depends on client. If it is a listed company, then you need quarterly. But if it is unlisted, private company, you need year end. So we need to make strategy. Last, management. How resources are managed, directed, supervised. How to manage the resources. Who is resource? Staff. How briefing meeting will be held. Debriefing will be held. You know what is briefing? I will explain. Whenever audit starts, no, there is a cabin. 6, 7 people are there. Number one is partner, and along with that, entire staff is there. So they do briefing. You are going to this place, so do audit in this way. Basically, they will give some instruction. Now, when audit is finished, you will come back at office. Okay, you will also tell, sir, this we check, this we. That is debriefing. How meetings are expected to be taken place, okay, how manager and partner review will be there. Then you are doing the work, manager and partner will review. Will they review on site or off site? What is on site? Office is on site. And what is off site? Will they review at client place? So I used to do audit of Lear Automotive. They used to make seat. So review will take place at Lear Automotive or our office. Okay. So that also is decided. How resources are managed, directed, supervised. Simple. How briefing meeting will be held. Debriefing will be held. How partner and manager review will take place on site or off site. Over. Simple. Tell me. For benefit of audit strategy, 4 times you have to speak one word. Resources. One more time. Resources. One more. Employment of qualitative resource. Which resource to? Allotment of quantity of resource. How many? Timing of deployment of resource. Quarter end or year end. Okay. And last, management of resources. Simple. 4 English words. Employment of qualitative resource means who? Allotment of quantity means how many? Timing of deployment means when? Management means how? 4 resources word you have to speak. Okay, tell me. Why audit strategy will help us in 4 points. Employment of qualitative resource, allotment of quantity of resource, timing of deployment of resource, management of resources. Over. One more time. Sir, audit strategy for benefit, can you guide me? Why not? Why not? Okay. Number one, employment of qualitative resource, allotment of quantity of resource, timing of deployment of resource, management of resources. Sir, for benefit of audit strategy, who will tell? I. Resources. Employment of qualitative resource, allotment of quantity of resource. Third, how many, when, sorry, timing of deployment of resource, management of resources. Small break, 5 seconds. Done. One last time. Tell me what audit strategy will help in 4 points. What are the benefits of strategy? Resources. Number one, employment of qualitative resource, allotment of quantity of resource, timing of deployment of resource, management of resources. Oh. Now, good. MCQ can come from anywhere. Super duper easy paper. Tell me, strategy and plan is whose responsibility? Of course, auditor. Auditor. Why? The fees you are getting, so responsibility is yours, no? Fee 1 crore you will take. Responsibility of management. Crazy kiya re. Are you clear? So, can we discuss them with management? Can you discuss strategy and plan with management? Yes, to facilitate proper conduct of audit. So, for example, if you tell them, today we are going to do audit of purchase. So, purchase staff will not remain absent. Today we are going to do audit of inventory. So Mr. Sinde, inventory department will not remain absent. So auditor may discuss strategy and plan with management to facilitate better conduct of audit. But they are auditor's responsibility. But don't share too much that effectiveness of audit is compromised. Not understood. Many people, Mr. Sinde, tomorrow I will check whole inventory. All mistake I will remove. I know last time 20 lakh provision we did in inventory. This time my planning is 2 crore provision. Please come tomorrow morning. I will see what. Don't speak too much. Do your audit. Just tell them, sir, I will come tomorrow. So don't remain absent, or tell to management. Who is my finance head? You tell him. Okay, this much only tell. Don't share too much that effectiveness is compromised. English read very simple. Auditor may discuss planning with management to facilitate conduct and management of engagement. Although this discussion occur, okay, although you discuss, it is the responsibility of auditor, all this, okay. When discussing the matter, most important, care should be taken. We don't compromise, baby, baby, baby. Effectiveness of audit. Super easy. One question will be there. Module. Of course, you are watching every day. Module question uploaded on YouTube. Okay. English version also. You translate. AI will convert to English. Every facility available. 21st century. Moving on. I hope clear. Now come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Last question. Then strategy over also. Most hard part over. Then chiller 2-3 part are there. Come here. Direction, supervision and review of team member work. This has also come. All question has come. Why? Any you have to ask 2 questions. All chance will be given. Direction, supervision and review of the work depends on. Tell me, your work will be supervised more or less. Let's take 2 examples. Just a girl and Saeed. Whose work will be checked more? Just a girl or Saeed? That question will decide. Very good. Direction, supervision and review of work depends on 4 points. But first let us understand. Capability and competence of team member doing the work. If team member very much capable, then do less checking. Are you clear? Your work will be less supervised because it will be perfect. But if new article, more supervision. Second, area of audit. Which area are you doing? Are you doing cash and bank? What to review them? Correct only it will become. Okay, but if you are checking sale, very important area, sale affect entire profit. Yes, area also. Third, assessed risk of material misstatement. Whichever area you have taken, ROMM is more or less in that area. If risk is more, baby, more checking required, more review required, otherwise less. Size and complexity of audit. Okay, is it a listed company audit or unlisted? If listed, then to everything will be checked except your clothes, everything in detail. But unlisted, don't check so much. Are you clear? Over. Tell me, direction, supervision and review of work depends on car. One more time, car. One last time, car. Capability and competence of team member doing the work. Area of audit. R. In that area, assessed risk of material misstatement. S. Size and complexity of audit. Only side heading are enough for this. In very good question. He is asking for this question. Inside part why not written? Because ICAI also not written. In module also they have written this much only. What to do? What to do, Said? Tell. So if Mr. Nandaji, president is watching, Said little free in life. So please give inside explanation also. So Said, by the time it will come, you will be in CA final. So inside, wherever given, we have tried our best to include inside. You are not given from, I don't know my own language. I am not the, many people ask, these notes you have created. Rubbish. Copy from ICA. Fully copy paste. Only summary we created. Okay. So in ICA only this much given. So we also this much. My talent zero. Only I know how to compress. Okay. Chalo over. Direction, supervision and review of. So never ever feel it is my notes. My notes are zero. Again I am telling. And if you follow anyone's notes, definitely you will fail. Only one note required. ICI. Nandaji. Who is Nandaji? Sardarji is there, no that? Chairman, our president, sir. Okay. Direction, supervision, car, capability and competence of team member doing the work. Area of audit. Assessed risk of material misstatement. S, size and complexity of audit. Small break, 3 seconds. Over. Direction, supervision and review of work depend on car. Capability and competence of team member doing the work. Area of audit. R. Assessed risk of material misstatement. S, size and complexity of audit. Over. Now this question is there, but this better we will understand when we discuss plan. Okay. So come to second chart, audit plan. I hope last chart was clear. Moving on. Now, audit plan, super duper easy. First of all, essay name, try to remember. Your essay is there. Planning and audit of financial statement. Why you need to plan audit? So audit can be done properly. If we don't plan, we will give unnecessary time to useless area and give less time to key area. So planning is a must. Okay. First question which can come. Don't forget the name of essay. More essay name you write, more they will like. Why? Reason I am telling you. See, if I again and again call you with the help of name, you like no. Arey, what this you don't like. Just a girl. Why? Because name written just a girl. But if I tell, Arey Saurav Prakash, then he will like, oh, sir, my name also sir, no. Yes, definitely. Gitanshu, Arun, understood. Same way. For essays also, write their name if possible. You will get half a mark extra. Half mark, what will happen? Arey, but in 20 question, half mark means 10 mark. Oh. And in 3 paper, 10 mark means 30 mark. Oh, understood. Start. 1, 2, 3, start. As per SA 300, planning and audit of financial statement. See, planning is not a separate phase of audit, but continuous and iterative process. What is iterative? Continuous. That begins after completion of last year audit and continues till current year audit. Not understood. Are planning is not separate phase. They can ask you, is planning a separate phase of audit? What you will write? No, it's a continuous process. When does planning begin? After completion of last year audit, you always feel what? Are yaar, this area I should have checked in detail. I did not concentrate on debtor much. I should have done. That begins after last year audit and continues till the time of current year audit. Every day you keep on planning. Example, let's take our example. Do you plan for tomorrow? Yes, sir. Tomorrow which chapter? Planning we do. Every evening we put a message. What? In our group. Okay. That this we are planning to do. So tomorrow you are also prepared. I am doubly prepared. So tell me, when does planning start? As soon as this lecture over, directly start. Oh yaar, I could have done this better. I could have done this better. Until when it continues? Till the time next lecture is over. Fully planning, planning, planning. Right now I am thinking or how to teach next chart. Oh, very good. Too much explanation I gave, useless. Concentrate. What is planning? Planning is not a separate phase of audit. Just right. They can ask us any case study. Okay. But continuous and iterative process that began shortly after completion of last year audit and continues till current year audit. Are you clear? Let's take another example. You will feel after inter life is easy. No, you again plan. Or inter to everyone clears. Let's plan for final. After final, CA planning you do. After CA, office planning. Office as soon as then marriage planning. Marriage then children planning. Children then children marriage planning. Planning life is like that. So when will planning end? When we die. Moving on. Second, benefits of planning. Your next question. Sir, inside explanation not written. ICAI also not written. ICAI like this only. Sometime only they write. Sir, why should I do audit planning? Can you guide me? Yes, yes, yes. Second question. Very easy, so comes less, but no problem. Proper organization and management of audit engagement. See, now all points super easy. So relax and listen. Nothing brain required. See, tell me, I can organize and manage engagement in better way. Planning means what? I will allocate number of hours. Okay. For example, see, if you don't know, I make proper budget and based on that billing is done. This explanation not given in book. I know. Okay. So inventory these many area, this many hours. Fixed asset this many hours. Sales this many hours. I will do total, multiply the rate per hour for all different people and bill to the client. Now if I am able to do in that number of hours, tell me, my engagement will be profitable. Which engagement? Audit engagement. See here. So proper organization and management. If planning is done, work can be done in effective and efficient manner. Why? Because we are able to complete in allocated hours. So my audit will be profitable. Next, attention to important areas. If I do planning, I know risk is more in inventory, risk is more in sale. I can devote attention to important areas. In those areas, timely resolution of potential problem. I will know which all problem can come. I will solve fast. Why? Because I devoted attention to those areas. Proper selection of engagement team. You see, plan is prepared by whom? Manager. Manager can select proper team with appropriate level of capability and competence. Shreya, you are new, you do operating expense. Are Alok, you are very old, you do inventory. I can do proper planning. I will select the member as per appropriate level of capability and competence. Second, direction and supervision is also easy. My team is there, so I will review their work. Direction and supervision is easy if planning is done. This work you review, this work you review. Okay, understood. Easy coordination. If planning is done, I can coordinate with experts. Okay, why expert needed? Are particular now sometimes you need to do valuation of building. You don't know how to arrive at the life of building. Okay, life of asset. So you can coordinate. These day audit is we are free. Let's call expert on these days. So it's part of planning only. Actuarial valuation people went to call. Sometimes joint auditors are there when to call. Okay, so I can coordinate with expert. Over. Tell me, what are benefit of planning? Is it easy? No, no, no. Super easy. You found hard, but in 1 second over. Number one, planning benefit. Proper organization and management of audit engagement. Okay, I can organize and manage audit engagement. Attention to important areas if I do planning. Those areas, timely resolution of potential problem in those areas. Remember 3 points. Done. Last 3 points. Proper selection of engagement team. Same team, direction and supervision of engagement team. Easy coordination. Over. Proper selection of engagement team. Same team, direction and supervision of engagement team. Easy coordination. Chalo, moving on. What are benefits of planning? Sir, please, can you guide? Yes, proper organization and management of audit engagement. I will know important area, attention to important area. In those area, timely resolution of potential problem. Last 3 point, proper selection of engagement team. Team is mine. Review also I will do. Direction and supervision of engagement team. Easy coordination, easy coordination, easy coordination. Super duper easy. 5 second break. Done. Sir, what are benefits of planning? Proper organization and management of audit engagement. In those engagement, attention to important area. Timely resolution of potential problem. Last 3 point. Okay. Proper selection of engagement team. Team is mine, so I will only supervise. Direction and supervision of engagement team. Easy coordination. Moving on. Come here, come here, come here. Next question. This question has also come twice. Okay, all questions have come by the way. Okay, this cannot come. Why? Because it is part of chapter 11. But still, I will explain. First, let's finish this. See, in audit, there are two procedures. Those of you who don't know, okay, RAP and FAP. This is very basic. It is part of chapter 3. So I cannot discuss right now very much in detail. But understand again, risk assessment procedure, further audit procedure. One more time. First, I identify the risk. Based on that, I decide whether shall I do detailed audit or less detailed audit. One more time. See, in inventory, risk is less. So I will do less substantive audit. Moving on. But in payroll means what? Salary calculation. Risk is more. So I will go more detailed audit. Okay. So there are two procedures in audit that is decided in audit plan, which will be risk assessment procedure, which will be further audit procedure, which you will understand little tomorrow, more day after tomorrow. I hope clear. So following, as of now, just understand like that. Following procedures are to be done prior to performance of FAP. They will ask in exam which audit procedures are to be done in not RAP. They will ask you before doing FAP. In planning, before doing further audit procedure, which procedures are to be done? Following audit procedures need to be done in RAP before doing FAP. Okay, so first I identify risk, only then there are further audit procedure. So what question will come? Which audit procedures are to be done in planning phase prior to doing further audit procedure? What shall I do? Risk assessment procedure I will do. But in that what? Number one, general understanding of legal and regulatory framework applicable to the entity. How entity is complying with the same. So first we check which all laws are applicable to company. Is company complying with the same? Then risk is less. I will do further audit procedure less. But if company is not following any law, then I need to do further audit procedure more. I'm also linking it. Okay. Second, analytical procedure I do whenever I get trial balance before doing audit. Okay, trial balance is there. Analytical means checking ratios. I will basically check sales to courier cost is 5%. So is it 5% here? Sometimes it is showing 3%. Means there is a chance of dummy sale. That's analytical procedure. Simple another calculation. 1 month rent is 2 lakh. So 12 months should be 24 lakh. By mistake, if it is 36 lakh, no, I will do tick mark in rent. Means I have to check rent in detail. And maybe new building. I hope clear. Other risk assessment procedures are also there. Can you guide a few? Okay. We do observation, inspection like that, which we'll study later. As of now, no explanation given in this question by ICAI. Okay. So analytical procedure to be done as risk assessment procedure. Performance of other risk assessment procedures we do. Okay. To check whether controls are strong or not. Simple. To find out control risk. Determination of materiality, involvement of expert. Determination, why materiality important? Very good question. Because we will check all items which are material only. We will not devote time on immaterial item. How to calculate materiality? Chapter 3. And involvement of expert. Why? So we can call them and involve them, take their dates. Okay, very simple. In 1 second we can learn. Inside no explanation given. Start. Tell me, certain procedure are to be done prior to doing FAP. One more time, following procedure are to be done prior to doing further audit procedure. Very, very simple. Number one, general understanding of legal and regulatory framework applicable to entity. How entity is complying with the same. General understanding of legal and regulatory framework applicable to entity. How entity is complying with the same. Okay. Performance of analytical procedure to be done as RAP. Performance of other risk assessment procedure. Determination of materiality, involvement of expert. Determination of materiality, involvement of expert. One last time. Following procedures are to be done prior to doing FAP. Prior to FAP, there is RAP. In RAP, how many procedures shall I do? 5. General understanding of legal and regulatory framework applicable to entity. How entity is complying with the same. Okay. Second, analytical procedure to be done as RAP. Performance of other risk assessment procedure to find out control risk. Controls are strong or weak. Determination of materiality, involvement of expert. Learn nicely. Moving on. I hope it is done. Tell me. Following procedure need to be done prior to doing FAP. General understanding of legal and regulatory framework applicable to entity. How entity is complying with the same. Analytical procedure to be done as RAP. Performance of other risk assessment procedure. Determination of materiality, involvement of expert. Now, this question in detail we will understand in chapter 11. But they've given here, so I don't want to skip. Okay, they've given here, so I don't want to skip. So I will explain very briefly. Detailed explanation of every point will come in chapter 11. Okay, start. Planning process. They can ask a question, elements of planning. In this you have to write two, preliminary engagement and planning. In planning there are two things. First, preliminary means before accepting engagement, and the second is plan. Plan to very simple. Tell me in plan what I will make. Establishment of overall audit strategy, overall audit plan. Establishment of overall audit strategy, overall audit plan. This much understood, super duper understood. Do not worry. Okay, so plan. In plan, two things: overall audit strategy, overall audit plan. In preliminary engagement, what is preliminary? Before accepting engagement, three things are there. Before you accept any audit, you have to do three work that we'll study in chapter 11, but still they've given here, so I'll explain. Number one, perform procedure regarding acceptance and continuance of client. Don't accept any client. We have to ask four questions before accepting audit. So here, that we'll study in chapter 11. Perform procedures regarding acceptance and continuance of client. I will just tell you one point. You have to look at integrity of owner management TCWG. Is owner ethical or not? If ethical, only then accept the audit. Moving on. Second, evaluate compliance with ethical requirement including independence. Okay, will you remain ethical? Are you independent? You have to check that also. If independent, only then audit. Otherwise, it will be a biased audit. So engagement partner has to see whether he and his team has followed ethical requirements including independence. Last point, understand terms of engagement. Accept audit only if management agrees to your term. Auditor should send engagement letter and both management and auditor should agree to terms of engagement. Then what happens? Planning. In planning, two steps: overall audit strategy, overall audit plan. Overall audit strategy, overall audit plan. Over. Now these three things in very much detail you will understand. Like, let's take example. Third point you must have understood because we studied that in detail. Okay. So first two are pending. Very simple. It can come in exam or not. I don't know. But ideally they should ask in chapter 11. So tell me, in planning there are two things. Elements of planning. Don't make a plan. Preliminary engagement and planning. Preliminary means before accepting engagement and planning. Preliminary engagement and planning. Preliminary engagement and planning. In preliminary there are 3 points. Perform procedure regarding acceptance and continuance of client. Shall we accept any client? Okay, we have to check 4 points. That. Second, evaluate compliance with ethical requirement including independence. Whether partner and his team can remain ethical. Third, understand the terms of engagement. Okay, do both auditor and management agree with terms of engagement? And last, in planning there are two things: development of overall audit strategy, overall audit plan. Development of overall audit strategy, overall audit plan. This in detail, chapter 11 we will discuss. Planning also over. Last question. Audit program super simple. They don't like audit program because it is very simple. But still we will discuss, and with this our chapter will be over. Okay. Now come to the last part, audit program. I will briefly explain audit program, only 2 minutes, super duper you will understand. What is audit program? What I will check in each area is audit program. Let's take example. I am not showing you and making you more complicated. See here. This is what audit program for borrowings. In borrowings, I will check these many points. That's audit program. In sales, what to check? These many points. In purchase, what to check? These many points. In inventory, what to check? These many points. Audit program is nothing. Series of verification procedure. What are procedure? This one. To be applied to each item of financial statement. See, this is share capital, common, trade payable, provision. Are you clear? Fixed asset, investment. Audit program is nothing but series of verification procedure to be applied to items of financial statement. Why do I do? For getting sufficient and appropriate evidence to express an opinion. Over. You don't have to learn, but by default it got learned. What is audit program? Series of verification procedure. Where to apply? To be applied to items of financial statement for getting sufficient and appropriate evidence. But why? To enable auditor to express opinion. Simple, dimple, pimple. Listen nicely now. One last time. What is audit program? Audit program is nothing. Listen, no. What is audit program? It is series of verification procedure to be applied to items of financial statement. Why? To get sufficient and appropriate evidence. To enable auditor to express a report. Over. Now, this much if you understood, super easy all point will be. Now, for every, if little detail audit you understand, otherwise you will understand this point in chapter 4. Little detail, little, I will go. If you understand, very good, otherwise ignore. For every point which I am doing, every procedure I am doing, there is a purpose of that procedure. Now you will say, what do you mean by the purpose? Little, let me give 5 minutes. Every point I am doing in audit program, there is a purpose. That purpose is called assertion. You know what is assertion? Management is basic. Assert means to tell, to state. Today is a Tuesday. I am asserting. Okay. Now you check whether I am speaking true or not. So assertions, management is saying we have followed these things. Auditor, you check whether we have really followed these things. Okay. Assert means to specify, to tell in detail. Chapter 4. See here. Obtain list of investments. Why do I get list of investment? For three purpose. Three purpose. So purpose is assertion. Why am I doing? See, for completeness. Okay. So management is saying our investments are complete. Once we get the list, we will know whether it is really complete. Are they hiding anything? Okay. In balance sheet, total is this much. Otherwise, to existence. If I get list of investment, I will know, does it really exist? Management is saying it exists. Presentation, disclosure. So for every audit procedure, there is an assertion. There is a point of doing everything. Okay. This every point has some purpose. That purpose is assertion. Who has told, who is asserting? Management is asserting. I have to check. But what are assertions? Chapter 4. Moving on. Simple assertion is management is saying we have followed completeness, existence, valuation, rights and obligation. We have to check. Okay. But you did not understand, ignore. Listen now. What is audit program? It is series of verification procedure to be applied to items of financial statement for getting sufficient and appropriate evidence to enable auditor to express opinion. Shall I need to learn? No. Moving on. Now, several case study may come. All case study are super duper time pass. First point. Business vary nature, size, composition and internal control. Let me explain all words. Size. Tell me size means what? There is a one barber shop and another Reliance industry. Tell me, audit program will be same for both? Of course not. Reliance very much a detailed listed company. Barber shop small, size small. Nature, a nature of business also different for both. Understand? Okay. Size, nature. Nature means what? Balaji wafer and Balaji telefilms. Absolutely different business. How can one audit program be there? Balaji wafer is wafer. But Balaji telefilm is Ekta Kapoor. Are you clear? क्योंकि सास भी कभी बहू थी. Nature. Composition means what? Businesses. I have steel and automobile business. Someone has telecom business. Program different. And state of internal control. My internal control third class. Another company very good. Audit program will be different. So any word can come based on nature, size, composition and internal control. One more time. Nature, size, composition and internal control. Work which is suitable for one business may not be suitable for another. Hence, one audit program for all business is not suitable. Understood, sir? Same thing written here. So, what you have to do? When you make a audit program, make a standard program. Minimum, I will check this. And then when you go to do audit, if you find 2-3 points extra, check in detail. If you find your internal control too good, then don't check few points. Understood? Having regard to same English, nature, size, composition and internal control. We frame a program with minimum essential work. This much I will check. But as experience is gained, we will take care of those situations that were left out. Or if I am checking too much in detail, I will check less. So we frame a program with minimum work, standard program and alterations based on where you go. So anyways you will understand. Second, tell me, will you review audit program or continue same program? Of course, review every year. Business could be changed of the client, business policy, then audit program will also change. My business became offline to online, so program will change. See, periodic review of program, whether the same continues to be adequate for obtaining knowledge about transaction. Unless this is done, any change in business policy may not be known, and audit will be done based on obsolete program. Then case can also be there. ICAI will file case, third class auditor. I hope you understood. Okay, so periodically you have to keep on reviewing whether audit program is making sense or not. Unless this is done, any audit done will be negligently done. I hope it's clear. Second, second. Another important point I don't think given here, okay, or if given, I don't know. Then we'll move on to three questions. All are super simple. Many times we are doing audit, okay. So article assistant, if he comes to know anything in audit program, he has to tell to senior person. Many times they will say it was not written in audit program, so article ignored. Not allowed. If article assistant comes to know anything in the audit program, he will immediately report to supervisor or senior, who will then tell what else to do. So remember, they can ask, okay, not given in program, so article ignored. Not allowed. If article comes to know of anything, okay, which raises the doubt or there is little suspicion, then he will talk with whom? Principal or senior, who will decide what to do further. Over. No more case study, everything done. Come here. First question. While developing audit program, auditor may decide whether to rely on control. However, auditor may decide not to rely. Tell me, if we rely in audit program, checking will be less. If controls are third class, more checking. Control too good, less checking. First question. I don't know whether this learning questions come or not, but there are three learning questions. Okay, very simple. All three super duper time pass. Constructing audit program. First question, can, if it comes, then bonus, huh? Bonus. Paper leak question. Whenever you construct the audit program, keep in mind 5 points. Okay, so they will ask in exam, whenever new audit program is made, how many points to keep in mind? Constructing audit program, how many points to keep in mind? Sir, listen, no. Whenever I construct audit program, how many points to keep in mind? Number one, stay within the scope and limitation of assignment. Always remember, stay within your scope. Okay. Are this employee coming very late? How are you concerned? You are concerned with financial statement. Sir, this machine is not working since 4 days. It's not your dad's company. Or look at her clothes. Are not able to understand only. Is she coming to office or doing time pass? Stay within the scope and limitation, baby. How are you concerned? Why are you looking at her? Generally, I looked. Not allowed. Stay within the scope and limitation of assignment. 2. Consider all possibility of error. Doesn't mean you don't interfere. Whenever financial statement are there, no point should be left out. Consider all possibility of error. Third, written program, otherwise you will forget. Okay, I want to check 4 points. No, written. That is why every single thing we write in magic book, I also forget. Okay. Fourth, determine evidence available. Identify best evidence for deriving satisfaction. You must have heard Hindi song. Aadha tera ishq, aadha mera. Very famous animal movie. Sir, I don't watch only Hindi. Not good language. No problem. Then English I will tell. Determine evidence available. Identify best evidence for deriving satisfaction. This much is available. This is best. So this much more to cover. Example. You are checking fixed assets. Till last year to already checked no by another auditor. Only check this year additions. Understood? Determine evidence available. Till last year evidence available. Identify best evidence. Best evidence is what? Check additions of this year. Companies since 45 years. You will not check all. Determine evidence available. Identify best evidence for deriving satisfaction. Now apply only those steps which are useful in that situation. In that situation, what is useful? Check additions of current year. Don't be mad and check all. I will check all. No. Apply only those steps and procedure which are useful for verification in that situation. Last, coordinate the procedure to be applied to related items. Whichever are related, no, give to same person. Example, whoever is checking sale, easy to check debtors. Sale debtor. Ah, understood. Whoever checking fixed asset, depreciation give to same person. Understood. Related item, same person. Yes. So over. Tell me, while constructing audit program, keep in mind 5 points. While constructing audit program, keep in mind 5 points. Simple, very simple. Listen. Stay within the scope and limitation of assignment, but at the same time, consider all possibility of error. Third, determine evidence available. Identify best evidence for deriving satisfaction. This much available, this is best. Determine evidence available. Identify best evidence for deriving satisfaction. Now to reach to best, apply only those steps and procedure which are useful for verification in that situation. Apply only those steps and procedure which are useful for verification in that situation. Coordinate the procedure to be applied to related item. Coordinate the procedure to be applied to related item. Over. How much ever time you want, we can speak. Okay, start. Sir, constructing audit program question comes, then how many point to write? 5. Constructing. Number one, stay within the scope and limitation of assignment, but at the same time, consider all possibility of error. Third, written audit program. Okay. Determine the evidence available. Identify best evidence is this for deriving satisfaction. Now to reach to best, apply only those steps and procedure which are useful for verification in that situation. Coordinate the procedure to be applied to related item. Coordinate the procedure to be applied to related item. Over. 6 points are there. Yes. Small break, 10 seconds. Done. One, two, three. English. Let us start. Sir. Constructing audit program. How many points to keep in mind? 6. Number 1, stay within the scope and limitation of assignment, but at the same time, consider all possibility of error. Determine the evidence available and identify best evidence is this for deriving satisfaction. To reach here, apply only those steps and procedure which are useful for verification in that situation. Written program I forgot. Last, coordinate the procedure to be applied to related item. Over. Last two questions, baby. Advantage and disadvantage of audit program. Very simple. See here. First point, self-explanatory points are there. Still, I will read. In absence of written program, there is danger of ignoring books and records. Tell me, if program is not written, will I forget 2 points? Of course, yes. Out of 6, I will do only 4. Second, serves as a guide for audit to be done in future year. This year, Raj did audit. Tomorrow, Siraj will do. Now, Siraj again needs to apply brain. But if audit program is made, he can copy that. It will serve as a guide. Arey yaar, this same program I will follow. 2 extra points. Serves as a guide for audit to be done in future year. Simple. Now, government puts a case. CRAT did third class audit. CRAT did not do proper audit. ICAI puts a case. What you will do? Serves as a evidence. In case charge of negligence is brought against auditor. What you will tell? I checked this. Mad you are. All 6 points. Evidence. Next. Third, now 3 points are of articles. You article. Selection of assistant based on job becomes easy when work is segregated or divided. When you divide work into several areas, fixed asset, current asset, payroll, easy to select article. Raj, you do this. Are Shefali, you do this. Are Kiran, you do this. Are Priya, you do this. Based on capability. Selection of assistant becomes easy when work is segregated. Second, selected. It gives assistant clear set of instructions. Priya will know I need to check 8 point. Raj, I need to check 6. It gives assistant clear set of instructions. As soon as work is done, you also write work done by Priya, reviewed by Bob, whatever. Are you clear? So we always write done by, reviewed by. These days we don't write with pen. These days there is a left click in the computer. So I am doing work in this computer in big 4. I am saying I will do left click, automatic it will come, prepared by Mrugesh Madlani, automatic it comes. It means sign off. In computer only sign is done, automatic, because it's from my computer. Then person who reviews, no, he will also do left click, means reviewed by Sunil, over. So assistant by putting the signature means digital signature. Assistant by putting signature accept responsibility of the work can be traced back. Sir, what do you mean by traced back? If I put signature, they can trace I had done the work directly. If doubt comes, no, Mr. Mrugesh, you have done this work. No, I have not done. Then who signed this? I have done. Sorry, sir. Sorry. Done. Next. Principal can monitor progress of work by audit program. Principal can also check out of 6 how many points done. Okay. In which area how many points done. Last. In case of major audit, it gives total perspective of work. I want to know total how much work I can know. If you remember 5 point, super duper easy. Easily we will learn. Too much I have made you learn. Why? Because I know. I cannot go on road, no, to teach everyone. Yaar, you also learn all 8 point. I know all 8. They will not listen. So better I will make you learn only all 8. Here, 1, 2, 3, start. Advantage of audit program. Written audit program serves principal and assistant with total perspective of work. You just remember this line. Easily you can remember 6 points. Written audit program serves principal and assistant with total perspective of work. Last time, written audit program serves principal and assistant with total perspective of work. Now all points super simple. Written. In absence of written program, there is danger of ignoring books and records. Easy. In absence of written program, there is danger of ignoring books and record. Now take serve, second word, serve. Serves as a guide, serves as a evidence. Serves as a guide, serves as a evidence. Serves as a guide for audit to be done in future year. Serves as a evidence in case charge of negligence is brought against the auditor. Remember 3 points. Break of 3 seconds. 5 seconds take. Done. Now take assistant point. From there only we will make 3 points. Okay. First tell me what you will do. Select assistant. Selection of assistant becomes easy when work is segregated or divided. Now I selected Priya. What work Priya will do? It gives assistant clear set of instruction. Priya will check 6 points. It gives assistant clear set of instruction of work to be done. After doing work, Priya will do sign. Assistant by putting signature, accept responsibility of the work. Work can be traced back over. All 3 points done of assistant. Simple. Selection of assistant becomes easy when work is segregated. Now I got selected. I will know I have to do 8 points. It gives assistant clear set of instruction of work to be done. Assistant by putting signature, accept responsibility of work. Work can be traced back. Remember 3 points. Time up. Very, very easy. Next. Last. Written audit program serves principal and assistant. Sorry. Serves assistant and principal with total perspective. So now principal. Principal word. Principal can monitor progress of work by audit program. And total perspective in case of major audit, it gives total perspective of work. Simple. Principal can monitor progress by audit program. In case of major audit, it gives total perspective of work. Remember last 2 points also. Done. Now easily I can speak 6 points. Tell me, what are advantage of audit program? Written audit program serves principal and assistant with total perspective of work. Only remember this much, very simple. In absence of written program, there is danger of ignoring certain books and records. Serves as a guide for audit to be done in future year. Serves as a evidence in case charge of negligence is brought against the auditor. Assistant. First, selective. Selection of assistant becomes easy when work is segregated or divided. I selected. It gives assistant clear set of instruction of work to be done. Now assistant will put sign. Assistant by putting signature. Accept responsibility of work. Work can be traced back. Principal. Principal can monitor progress of work with the help of audit program. In case of major audit, it gives total perspective of work. Over. Last question, guys. Chapter finish. What are disadvantage of audit program? Number one, let us understand. Work can become mechanical. Some parts are performed without understanding real objective. Let's take example. See, you have given 6 points, so you are doing 6 points only. You don't know why you are doing. Many times people don't understand assertion. I am checking this point to check valuation of investment, that you don't know. Work becomes mechanical. It is like what, 6 points given, let us check, over. So big disadvantage. Work can become mechanical. Some steps are performed without understanding the assertions, which we'll study in chapter 4. Second, inefficient assistant can take shelter behind the program. Many times we will check basic thing, you did not check TDS, not written in audit program. Then directly that question will come, which I told you. Always remember, if we have certain doubt, we have to talk to senior manager or principal. And then based on that, we have to decide what to do. You cannot directly say not given in program. Your brain is also there. But it's a disadvantage. Many people, what they say, not given in program. Inefficient article can take shelter behind the program, saying such point was not given in program. Third, program can be rigid and inflexible following set rule. Business change, program not change. See, you cannot work. Audit is an art. It is not science. It is this many points learned. No. Program can be rigid and inflexible. Business is changed, but program is not changed. Last, hard and if we keep on forcing him, you have to do this only. Hard and fast program will kill initiative of enterprising article. Many people like to apply their own brain. What to check here? Let me do analysis. But this point tells what? Check 7 points. Over. Hard and fast program will kill initiative of enterprising articles. Over. Shall we learn? Yes, 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 yes. What are disadvantage of audit program? Audit program में हमारी मारी or marry, whatever you like. Marry. Simple. Remember one word. English you can easily expand. What is M? Work can become mechanical. A. Inefficient assistant. Program can be rigid and inflexible. I. Hard and fast program may kill initiative. Now, how much ever time you want, we can speak English. Disadvantage of audit program. Audit program में हमारी मारी और marry. Work can become mechanical. Some parts are performed without understanding real objective. Learn this first one. Done. A. Inefficient assistant can take shelter behind the program, saying nothing was written in program. R. Program can be rigid and inflexible. Business is changed. Program is not changed. Lad. Hard and fast program will kill initiative of enterprising assistant. Over. Small break of 10 seconds. चलो डिसएडवांटेज ऑफ ऑडिट प्रोग्राम, कम ऑन एवरीवन। ऑडिट प्रोग्राम ने हमारी मारी मैरी, वर्क कैन बिकम मैकेनिकल, सम पार्ट्स आर परफॉर्म विदाउट अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑब्जेक्टिव, ए inefficient assistant can take shelter behind the program, r program can be rigid and inflexible, business is change, program is not change, I hard and fast program will kill initiative of enterprising assistant. Over. One question was pending. Let's finish this. Document. See, last I have to write everything. What I will write? Strategy, plan and program. Everything I have to document. See, auditor will document strategy. What is strategy? Overall audit strategy is a record of key decisions taken, which include overall scope, timing and direction of audit. Only remember this much. It is a record of key decisions necessary to plan audit, which includes overall scope, timing and direction, and communicate to team. What is audit plan? Audit plan is nothing but record of nature, timing and extent of RAP and FAP. What is RAP? Risk assessment procedure. What is FAP? Further audit procedure. Audit plan is nothing but record of nature, means which procedures you will do, timing when you will do, extent how much detail you will do. Audit plan is nothing but record of nature, NTE, nature, timing, extent of RAP and FAP. What is RAP? Risk assessment procedure. What is FAP? Further audit procedure. What is nature? Which procedure? Timing when, extent how much. Okay, so audit plan is nothing but record of nature, timing and extent of RAP and FAP. Last, changes. Changes means what? What are the changes made to strategy and plan? If you make changes to strategy and plan, audit procedure will also change. If I decide from aggressive we will play defensive cricket, players will change. See here, changes in plan and strategy will also change nature, timing and extent of RAP and FAP. Over. So tell me, what will I document? Overall audit strategy, overall audit plan, changes made to strategy and plan which will also change, NTE of RAP and FAP. Over. With this, I think in the most brilliant way, amazing way, if you do 2-3 times more at home, super easy, we have finished entire 10 mark chapter. Amazing, leader. Unlimited like you have to give 2-3 crore like.